Welcome to the Early Childhood Services Team Workshop on Mealtime Routines. In every home, mealtimes are an important part of everyday life. They provide wonderful opportunities for socializing and connecting with family and friends. Mealtimes can also be a great time to teach important independent skills. This workshop will explore ways to establish positive routines for your child at mealtimes. It will include tips on making the transition to the table, remaining at the table during a meal, eating skills, and managing your child's behavior at the table. Establishing positive mealtime routines sounds easy. However, most families struggle with this at one time or another. The first section of this workshop will provide you with some ideas for developing routines that fit almost any family. These include eliminating distractions, providing warnings that a change is about to happen, and using visual helpers. The second section of this workshop will focus on teaching your child important independent skills. Some of these skills include sitting on a chair at the table, using forks and spoons, drinking from a cup, and tidying up the table area. With these skills, you and your child will be more likely to have pleasant and successful meal experiences, both inside your home and in public settings. Learning new skills is always easier if common distractions are eliminated. For example, when it is time for a meal, the television should be switched off. You may also need to make a new family rule that says, "No toys at the table." To help make this rule work, create a special toy drop-off place on the way to the table. You can also set a good example for your child by not answering the telephone during meals. In this way, you establish the mealtime as a special time. Assist your child with moving from his play activity to the table by warning him that a change is coming. "Dinner soon, time to tidy up." You can help him get started with this by pointing to the toy bin as you speak. If your child is watching TV while you make the meal, you may need to provide a warning by setting a timer for 5 minutes. When the timer goes off, your child needs to switch off the TV. Your child may find it helpful to have a series of pictures in a sequence that give him visual reminders of steps to follow. You can take photographs of your child at various stages of the meal routine and then organize these into the major steps of each sequence. We call these visual helpers. You could start with turn off TV, sit on chair, eat with spoon. As your child becomes more independent and able, you can extend the number of steps he needs to follow. For example, you could add getting dishes, setting the table, and tidying up afterwards. To find out more about how to develop these individual sequences, look at the sequencing tool in the Learn section of Connectability. Eliminating distractions, providing warnings, and using visual helpers are great ways to get routines started. The next stage is to work on independent skills, sitting, using cutlery, cups, and tidying up. Teaching your child to sit independently at the table will help you to have a more relaxed meal. It also makes dining out a lot more fun. Think about seating first. For a younger child, try using a high chair with supports and a tray to keep him in place. There are also several different kinds of booster seats available, which might be better for an older child. Not only do these seats keep your child safe, but they can be positioned so that he feels more part of the family grouping at the table. Next, teach your child the idea of sitting still. You might spend 15 to 20 minutes each day teaching your child to sit still during a number of seated activities. Sitting for a quick snack or playing with toys might be your starting point. At first, reward your child when he sits for a few seconds. You may need to use concrete rewards to reinforce him, such as foods, toys, or stickers. Be certain to praise him as well for the proper behavior. You can say, "Good, you sat for snack." Gradually increase the length of time he must sit still to get the reward. For some ideas on using rewards, watch the workshop called Reinforcement. By the way, it's very common for children to go through a stage of coming to the table, taking a bite of food, running away, and returning in a few minutes for another bite. To overcome this, you'll model when mealtime is finished. When you're finished eating, you can say in a loud voice, "I'm finished eating, it's time to clear my plate," and take your dishes to the kitchen. Other family members can do this too, so that your child sees this as a new routine. After several meals of this modeling behavior, remove your child's plate with a loud, "Oh, you're finished," after he has left the table. Your child will likely want to stay seated for his next meal. Naturally, he should get some praise for remaining at the table. When your child is ready to work on coming to the meal table, you can introduce the idea as a game for the whole family. Each family member can have their own special chair that they always use at the same spot at the table. Putting names or photographs on the chair can help to personalize it. You can define your child's place at the table with the placemat with pictures of favorite foods or characters on it. This adjustment in the way your family shares mealtime may take a while to accomplish, but it's an important step, helping your child find his separate place in the routine and become more independent. Be patient and remember to celebrate each small success. Introducing plates, cutlery, and napkins may be new for your child. He may have been fed by someone, or the family may eat from a communal plate or bowl. Learning to eat from his own set of dishes is important. To make this extra special, he may enjoy having a brightly colored matching set of dishes of his own. There are also lots of spoons and forks available with brightly colored characters painted on them. Other family members can have special dishes and cutlery as well. In this way, your child sees everyone eating in this new way and can be encouraged to do the same. Once your child understands his special place in your mealtime routine, you are ready to work on eating skills. This can be very messy. Set the stage. Use an old shower curtain or several green trash bags under your child's chair to contain spills. Your child will probably need to learn and practice using forks, spoons, or chopsticks. In some cases, it can be very helpful to modify or adapt cutlery by using hair curlers on the handles of spoons and forks, making them easier to grip. You could also consider using cutlery with handles that are curved and spoons that are deep to help get food to his mouth. Plates with rims help keep food in the plate as he learns to scoop. Learning to eat by himself may be a slow process, as there are many steps involved. Sometimes young children make no effort or show little interest in feeding themselves. They may rely completely on you to do the work. If this is your experience, you might wish to try standing behind his chair and manipulating his arms from behind. Begin this by having him scoop a food he really likes, so he'll be interested. By placing yourself out of view behind his chair, you remove yourself as the feeder. Gradually fade your touch from his hands to his forearms as he begins to feed himself. Using a cup is the next big step in this process. Teaching your child to drink from a cup can be very challenging. Your child may be reluctant to give up his bottle because it represents comfort as well as food. However, knowing how to drink from a cup is one more independent skill for him to acquire. Choose a time when your child is most relaxed and calm to begin teaching cup use. Breakfast might be a good time to start. Consider teaching him to drink from a cup with no spout or lid, as it will eliminate an additional few steps on the way to drinking independently. Make sure the cup is only half full, as this will help if he spills. Always give the cup when your child is sitting at the table or in a high chair. You can have your own drink in a cup as you show him what to do. Use many different opportunities to teach your child as possible. Pretend play with dolls and high chairs can give your child extra practice using a spoon or cup to feed the doll. When looking through magazines or books, point out pictures of other children eating with cutlery. At the food court in the shopping mall, point out all the people sitting and eating. If your child is physically able, let him help you take dishes from the table to the kitchen. Children love to help, and if the dishes are plastic, there is little danger of breakage. You can start with something as simple as passing his dishes down to the end of the table. You might put a tray or bin on the table at the end of the meal where everyone can put their dirty dishes. Teaching your child the self-care skills of sitting at the table, eating with cutlery, drinking from a cup, and tidying up will take time and patience. But these skills will greatly increase your child's independence both at home and in the community. I hope you have found some helpful ideas to assist you in teaching mealtime routines to your child. Thanks for coming by!